Hello good people and welcome back to the channel for the second video. This one is a very important one. It gives you the perspective of how many units you can get between now and July 4th deals dropping, and in particular from those that are non-arena grinders and also those that arena grind. It gives some perspectives and some ideas. I've also put into the situation if you are spending on the Summoner Sigil and how many extra units you are likely to pick up. And do bear in mind, yes, okay, there will be the daily card for units, but I just don't feel like I'm going to rotate that into here. But essentially you're kind of saying, okay, well, you're getting, 700 extra units per month. So that can be added on at a later date, which we'll probably consider in the video. But I want to make this more of a free-to-play kind of element and narrative. So, as you know, there are 112 days, as I lose my throat, 112 days between now and July 4th deals, right? And that's important because of solo events. Solo events give you 25 units of time if you indeed do the 4th milestone, which a lot of the time I look to do, and I do save a lot of things like my level ups for point of actually acquiring and smashing through the 22-hour event, or pick and choosing when I grind things like arena and events in order to grab stuff. And as well, the same thing with hero use. It is very easy, just use 6 stars and it's done. Now, what does that do to the kind of take home of units? So you can see on screen, and I will make this spreadsheet available in the link in the description if you want to check it out. It's nothing too major. It's just a little spreadsheet that I do return back to kind of give me an idea of monthly acquisition of units that I can potentially do from a non-arena grind, and also if I want to step up an arena grind of what I can take home. But there are different methods, and I'm not saying my method has to be the one you kind of go to. Appreciate the people that support the channel, but you do you at the end of the day when it comes to how you grind units, okay? Let's go over the fundamentals. So, from a free-to-play standpoint, you'll do normal for 3 months, and that'll be over also normal, heroic, master, and uncollated. If you don't spend those units, you can look to see yourself 450 units a time, depending on where you are in the game. Calendar, you get 100 units a month, 300 units over the space of 3 months. I'm treating this as 3 months because, let's face it, as soon as July goes live, you can't in 4 days say, oh, you'll be able to smash out all of this stuff. Yes and no, and maybe even in case the new update and the new content will go live on the 7th of July, which kind of completely ruins any kind of sums and kind of information, because you could be in deficit of units. In any case, I digress. Moving on. If you do a variant classic, just auto fight through it, you get 150 units, and there'll probably be one, I want to say there's one variant that's going to be dropping soon. It may be April, maybe May that the next one will be. Not 100% sure now. In any case, solo events, as I said, 112 days, 2,800 units. You get a lot from just kind of doing this on a regular basis. And that's why you get that's also 112 revives, 112 health potions. You know, it's nice. It's nice extras there. Even some of the other stuff, that's 112 5-star signature stone crystals. The list goes on of how helpful there is. More gold crystals. And then you got Summoner Sigil, so for those that spend. That gives, first of all, total potential units for spenders, 6,250. And then free to play, 5,050. Important information. Now, if you're in an alliance, that adds up. So 912 units could be got if you are doing the 3-day alliance events, and there's 37 still. I did a video yesterday about top 5 tips of the month, and that was 113. It's still the same, but I did say in that video, and I did put in the description, the arena portion of this I had to do the sums for and also do final totals. So this is a kind of part 2 to it, but it goes into a bit more detail because this is non-arena grinding. So if you follow this method, or could follow this method, you could see yourself getting a nice chunk of units. I mean, it's valuable for me because I might be like, okay, well, I'm not going to grind so much arena. I don't know if I have the time, but maybe I do. Maybe Act 7.4 has been good to me. Maybe I plan to do more of my arena grinding towards, I don't know, May time, once I've 100%ed Act 7. And then it's May, June, July, boom, right into arena, grab those units, and then, at the end of it, I've grinded out where non-spending the amount of units I need. Don't know, but we'll have to see. I might make that a little challenge after I've 100%ed Act 7, and that's just my main priority at the moment, is to do that. So, arena. Now, if you are going to add an arena program to your grind schedule, it can be really beneficial. At the end of the day, you want to look to get 18,000 units. And can that be possible? Now, we have seen that, first of all, from a non-arena standpoint, you can pick up a good chunk of units. 5,000, maybe upwards of just below 10,000, or no, not 10,000, like 6,000, sorry, 6,000 from being in an alliance, and also kind of doing the kind of grind here. Now, let's see what happens when you put an arena schedule in. Now, from an arena standpoint, it can be like a little bit of low effort, a little bit of kind of like mid effort or medium effort, and a high effort, which could see you grab the remaining units you actually require, depending on your time. Now, let's have a look at some scenarios right here. So on screen, I've got 3 scenarios. First of all, from a low end arena grind, and that's just doing up to milestone 12 in the Summoner Trials, which I do try and do, but it doesn't always work out over the weekend because, hey, you know, I've got other stuff going on. 5,056 units can be got from 32 arena rotations. There's 16 weeks between now and July 4th deals dropping. So let's just say that's 2 arenas a week, which it is actually 2 arena rotations a week. And that's, you know, that's correct. Could be a little bit more, could be a little bit less, you know, but it pretty much is something to shoot for. The extra 5k could mean like, okay, that's great. You might have 10,000 free to play units available when it comes to doing the July 4th deals. You could even up the ante a little bit more with a medium grind, which sees you into the Catalyst Arena, just doing like up 8 to 10 rounds, and that's grabbing whatever you need to from it. Up to milestone 12 in the Summoner Trials. Milestone 10 in a basic arena, you know, all of that added up together can equal 10,336 units. From high-end perspective, doing milestone 12 of the Summoner Trials, Catalyst Arena, featured arenas, and milestone 10 of the basic arenas, you could be seeing 14,656 units. Again, this could be more, or it could be less, okay? So that's just from milestones only. Now, at this point, that's all very interesting, and there's other things to consider to add into the mix of, okay, is it actually possible to get the 18,000 units you require to do or even get some? Do bear in mind, like, I started doing this video series at the start of the year, so 3 months ago. I think I even started doing it towards the last year as well, once we had these Cyber Weekend deals to consider like a grind. So I'm actively kind of like looking to find where there's the best methods to grab the units you require for some of the top. Now, bringing it all together to a final totals. So total free to play with no arena and alliance participation, you could see upwards of 5,975 units. So at the point now and grinding until July 4th, you could see yourself getting another kind of close to 6,000 units if you followed some of the methods mentioned. And then if you're doing a low-end arena grind with everything, so say doing the Summoner Trials, then you'll have all of that plus the extra 5,056 units. And also, I have considered the fact that you might be able to get yourself 1,000 units from arena crystals. So like those arena crystals, pop them open, boom, you get units. It's very easy with a large chunk or large arena grind between now and then to see more. And the thing is, I'm not putting like something ridiculous, like saying, okay, well, that, you know, it could even be a case like you pop any battle chip volume between now and July 4th and find that you get 2,000, maybe 3,000. You get incredibly lucky, get 3,000. But then there might be people out there just going like, I only picked up 1,000 units, or maybe less. Let's face it, a lot of the times you're not picking up like a huge amount for them. Sometimes you can get really trolled badly by them. But it needs to be considered, it needs to be variable, and it could be more or it could be less than 12,000 extra units right now. And I'm looking at my 4,500 and going like, do you know what, if I follow this method, I could pick myself up from a free-to-play standpoint or a non-spending standpoint, the amount just shy of the 18,000 I require, and that could be very exciting for me because I've never been able to do that without having to extensively spend, and I've never extensively spent to the point of getting up to 18,000 units for these deals. From a high-end perspective, though, you could look to see yourself take home 23,631 units. That comes from an RNG factor of 3,000 because you'll be grinding up more arena, more battle chips, more arena crystals, and also from a milestone perspective, 14,656 plus the alliance, plus the questing and other stuff, 23,631. And if you do have the summoner sigil, you add an extra 1,200. Or, you know, 3 times a daily card. So that, what's that going to be, like 21,000, not 21,000, 2,100 extra on. But, you know, from a free-to-play standpoint, there's a lot available for you to grind still. That's the thing, it's not over just yet. You can get your grinding in right now if you can balance yourself a nice time per week to grab those lovely units. And there we go, that has been the video. That's been a little go over how you can achieve a large chunk of units in a very short space of time. And it is really, because we technically only have 3 months. 3 months and a bit, 112 days. But let's face it, time is ticking and there's units to be grabbing. And at the end of the day, it doesn't feel like it's completely over. If you're saving units for... budgeted units for things like Act 7.4, which I'm trying not to. I'm trying to acquire more revives and health potions to do this by doing 22-hour events, going back to old content, picking up revives, just to make sure that if I make mistakes that I can like use that resource as opposed to kind of like going in with the units, because like I want to save my units either for doing Act 7.4, or the thing that I'm hoping for the most is I'm saving the units for July 4th deals. But we'll see what happens. As I said, this is all about a method for me to kind of discover what works for me, what works for, and then works ongoing. The same way that you have to make things work for you when it comes to your grind, your acquisition of resources versus skill and kind of like other elements as well. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. As I said, it might be available in the description. I'm going to make it available as a Google Drive, so if you want to check it out. But this is based on a 3-month process, 112 days, 16 weeks, 32 arena rotations between now and July 4th deals. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and check out some other content which will be located, boom, on screen right now. And yeah, check that out. Support the channel. And I will see you later on or tomorrow for another video. Cheers, everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye.